Behind me, in all its glory, is the museum today called AyaSofya or AyaSofya, in some ways the heart of historic Istanbul. Although the church is a museum, it rests on an earlier existence as a mosque, and much before this was built by the Emperor Justinian in the 4th century as a Byzantine church, whence the building has its name. We encounter the New Testament today as an English text that we read to ourselves, that we read out loud, that we hear in church, that we hear in public. We think that this ancient document is easily accessible, we can understand it. But in fact, this English text is the result of a translation decision to create access to a historic 1st century text in such a way that the difficulties and strangeness of that text have been toned down and in some cases eradicated. So things are not what they seem. AyaSofya is not a museum. It is a mosque, it is a church, it is a historic building. The New Testament is not an English text. It is a text that has been translated and commented on as the result of decisions to make it authoritative in the 4th century. It itself is a strange and mysterious and wonderful text. And what a picture like the one you have in front of you reminds us is that the strangeness of the New Testament is the very thing that should attract us to it, because it reminds us that we are not projecting ourselves into the reality of the text. Let me give you an example. One of the things you see all over modern Istanbul is a little blue eye which wards off the evil eye. You will say, what does that have to do with the New Testament? Everything. In the parable in Matthew 20 of the laborers in the vineyard, Jesus defends the decision of the vineyard owner to give unequal work for equal pay, as, is your eye evil because I am good? In modern translations, this is made into a different rendition, do you begrudge my generosity? But the evil eye is a reality known to many cultures, even those proximate to ours, maybe not ours specifically, and one of those cultures is the culture of the world around which AyaSofya exists. So the strangeness of the New Testament can be found if you look for it in the footnotes of the text, in the Greek character of the text, in the different translations of the text. And so consulting as many translations as possible is a good way to encounter the strangeness of the New Testament and counteract the way in which modern translations assimilate it all too easily to ourselves.